The night of Ziyu's concert was supposed to be a celebration, an unforgettable evening filled with cheers, tears, and roaring applause from thousands of fans. Yet, no one expected that once the stage lights dimmed and the final echoes faded, a mysterious incident would emerge from the shadows and send the entire fandom into chaos. Media outlets erupted with speculation. Social platforms spiraled into hysteria. And somewhere among the noise, a simple question grew into a storm. What happened to Ziyu after the concert? Rumors multiplied within minutes. Some claimed Ziyu was missing. Others insisted he had been kidnapped. A few swore they saw a group of men in black escorting someone out of the venue. Theories piled on top of theories, and the truth vanished beneath the panic. That night, confusion reigned. But now, the truth, unexpected, emotional, and far more human than anyone imagined, finally comes to light. It all began the moment Ziyu stepped off the stage. After the final performance of Future Pulse, the crowd roared as he bowed one last time. Thrilled and exhausted, he disappeared behind the curtains, as he always did. But when the staff entered his waiting room a few minutes later, something was wrong. The room was empty. His phone lay on the table. His ear monitor, still warm, was abandoned beside an unopened bottle of water. Ziyu had seemingly vanished. Panic spread backstage as staff members gave conflicting accounts. Some said they had just seen him walking down a corridor. Others insisted he had been in the equipment area. The confusion deepened when fans outside the arena began posting what they claimed to have seen. One fan said they witnessed someone resembling Ziyu being pushed into a black van. Another claimed to have seen him running across the parking lot, crying. Someone else swore they saw him walking quickly beside an unfamiliar man. None of these testimonies aligned. Different times, different locations, different descriptions. But the internet did what the internet does best. It believed everything at once. The next day, surveillance footage leaked to the public. The grainy clip revealed a hooded figure sprinting down a backstage hallway, clearly Ziyu from his posture and movement. What shocked everyone was that he was alone. No one was chasing him. No one walked beside him. He was running of his own free will. Right when the camera should have captured his face, the recording froze for exactly 3 seconds. When the footage resumed, he was gone. This tiny gap fueled every conspiracy imaginable. Had someone deleted part of the footage? Was Ziyu replaced? Was there an attack behind the scenes? Speculation drowned out reason, and the truth became even more elusive. Meanwhile, Ziyu's agency remained suspiciously silent. After 24 hours, they released a short, vague statement. Ziyu is safe and currently resting. Please refrain from unnecessary speculation. Rather than calming the public, the statement triggered an even greater uproar. If he was safe, why didn't he appear? Why not send a photo? Why hadn't he contacted fans himself? The silence felt like a cover-up. Rumors grew darker. Some media claimed Ziyu suffered a severe panic attack after the concert. Others said he collapsed backstage. Fans feared the worst. Then, without warning, Ziyu appeared live on Instagram 3 days after the incident. Millions rushed into the stream in an instant. He looked calm. No injuries, no signs of trauma, no trace of the horror people had imagined. When he began speaking, the comment section froze in shock. Yes, I ran that night, he said, but not because someone was chasing me. The world held its breath. Ziyu explained that at the exact moment he finished singing the last note, a crushing wave of pressure hit him. The expectations, the exhaustion, the unending spotlight, everything collided inside him. He felt as though he couldn't breathe, as if the cheers surrounding him were closing in. I wasn't kidnapped. I wasn't attacked. I was looking for A. He admitted he ran to a small storage room backstage and sat there in silence for a few minutes, trying to calm down. The 3-second gap in the CCTV footage, which everyone believed to be sabotage, was nothing more than an overheated camera glitch caused by the equipment's temperature that night. The van sightings, the man in white, the crying figure in the parking lot, all were coincidences, unrelated moments misinterpreted in the chaos. The incident that shook the fandom to its core turned out to be a misunderstanding born from fear and the intensity of public attention. But the truth revealed something deeper and more painful. Fans who had been terrified for his safety suddenly felt a wave of guilt. They realized how heavily the pressure rested on Ziyu's shoulders, How little they understood the burden behind his smile. The atmosphere of the live stream shifted from relief to remorse. Then Ziyu spoke the words that broke many hearts. "I love you all, but I need to love myself first." With that, he announced his decision to take a full hiatus. No concerts, no schedules, no media appearances. Just rest, real rest. The incident after the concert wasn't the dark scandal people imagined. It was the moment the world finally saw how fragile Ziyu had become beneath his brilliant success. It was a quiet tragedy, not of danger but of human exhaustion. It reminded everyone that idols, no matter how luminous, are still human beings who bleed, fear, and break. Though his hiatus shocked many, fans understood. They knew he needed time to breathe, to heal, to remember that the stage should be a place of joy, not suffocation. This wasn't the end of Ziyu's story. It was the beginning of his renewal. One day, he will walk onto the stage again, stronger, freer, and more himself than ever before. And when that day comes, the world will welcome him not just as a star, but as a person who fought his way back to the light. If you want a more dramatic version, a darker mystery version, an emotional rewrite, or a YouTube narration style script, just tell me and I'll create it.